Peace and blessings, family. Welcome to Fruits of Life Yoga once again. My name is Jeanette, and today we're going to do a few different things, incorporating some mobility work so that we can lead up to the signature pose of the Kemetic Yoga Skills Method, and that's the Pose of Immortality. The movements that we're going to make today is going to support your joints, not only for practice, but for life. We want to promote longevity in the types of activities we incorporate within our life, right? Throughout the past 5+ years of me teaching Kemetic Yoga, I have found that people within the community deal with certain challenges with spinal mobility, including the neck mobility, hips, ankle mobility, and I want to offer you some different tools, tips, techniques to help you benefit from the energetic and spiritual aspects of the Kemetic Yoga Skills Method. And so we will lead up to the Pose of Immortality today. The techniques I will share with you today will support the other poses within the practice, such as the Goddess Pose and the Pose of Anpu, and even within the Ma'aka sequence. We won't go through those today, but stick around, check out some other videos, and hopefully with practice together, we will be able to really benefit from this beautiful practice. All right, so for today, you're going to need a mat, or it can be a towel, and a strap. It can also be a scarf or a belt, right? And for now, I'm just gonna put these things aside. I invite you to go on and lay on your back. So get there as best as you can. No challenge, no discomfort. Just go ahead and lay down on your back and take a full cycle of breath once you reach there. Feel the breath rise in through your nose. Feel your body tempo. And exhale, completely ground yourself. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. In Kemetic Yoga, this is known as Sahu. And we're not going to incorporate the hand gestures in this moment. We just want to be in this position. I ask you to also pay attention to what's going on in your feet. Are your feet splaying outward? If they are, or if you don't know, lift up your head and take a look. It's cool. All right, so now notice what's happening at your feet. If you notice they're opening outward toward the edges of your mat, pay attention to your hip area. Spin your inner thighs toward each other so that your toes are parallel. Your feet are parallel to each other. Toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. You can also flex your toes toward your shin. This will activate the back of your legs. So I'm going to talk about, the body, mobility, strength. We want to find balance in all these things because life has multiple levels. All right, so here we are. Notice what's going on at your lower back. Draw your belly in toward your spine. Feel your rib cage lean in toward your hip points. So the space within our abdomen is kind of tightened up. That activates the muscles within our deep abdominal core, right? So we are here now. Take another full cycle of breath as your body feels the tension of good posture. So I find it is work to find good posture, and by trying to do so on the floor, it just helps support when we're standing. If you want to take your hands and lift your head gently, lengthen the back of your neck, your chin tucks in slightly, go ahead and do that. All right, so let's synchronize our breath together. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your belly expand into your hands. Exhale through your nose. Feel how your belly deflates like a balloon. One more breath just like that. And let it out. Release your arms alongside your body. Inhale, lift your left knee toward your chest. Use your hands to grab at the knee. If the knee is inaccessible, you can just grab at the thigh. Draw your thigh in toward your chest. Keep your toes flexed. Exhale fully. I'm going to keep my hands at the knee or shin area. Inhale, hover the right leg. Exhale, switch. Right knee toward your chest. Toes flexed. Left leg extends. Notice how the left leg points through the heel. Full exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. Alternate knees help support the lower back. It helps the hamstrings and the quads, and it also helps prepare the knees for the kind of work we need to do. Full exhale. So we're beginning to flex at the knee right here, and we'll see how we will be flexing throughout our practice today. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Now do that for a full cycle of breath on each side. Inhale. Exhale, switch it out and squeeze the thigh toward your chest, toes flexed. If you lost the flex, flex your toes once again. Inhale. Exhale, switch it out and squeeze. Lovely. Bring both knees toward your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side to massage your lower back. And help your legs extend so your hands could go behind your calves or at your calves. Straighten your legs upward so you find like this L shape. Relax your toes, point your toes toward the ceiling. Relax your arms alongside your body. All right, this is going to help our shin area, the front of our ankles. We are in a plantar flexion at this time. Take a full breath. Exhale, point your toes toward your body. Heels reach through the ceiling. And go ahead and take a few seconds of breath, pointing and flexing. So we don't usually pay attention to our ankles, and they really hold our whole body weight up. So we're going to send a little love and attention, breath, movement, and mobility to our ankles today. All right, one more. You might hear some crack-a-lacking. It's cool. All right, great. Draw your knees, bend your knees, and find your shins parallel to the floor. Flex your toes, arms out in a T. Place your palms down and pin your shoulders down toward the mat. Inhale. Try to keep your shoulders pinned to the mat. Exhale, spinal twist toward the left. Now, if your knees touch the ground or not, it's not a competition. It's not a big deal. Mine are not going to touch the floor because my right shoulder is trying to get off of the earth. So we want to not do that. Okay, inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, draw your navel in toward your spine. Spin toward or twist toward the right. Let me move that blanket out of the way. Inhale, return to center. One more time on each side. Exhale, left. Draw your navel in toward your spine. Keep your core activation. Inhale, center. The more you do it, the deeper you could get into the twist. Exhale, right. Notice all the feels that's coming up for you, okay? Inhale, center. Exhale, give yourself a little squeeze. Relax your toes. Maybe flex and point once again at the ankles. Ground your feet. Scoot over toward the right. Roll over toward your left. Use your hands to help you into a seat. And you can take that blanket and sit on the edge of the blanket to help elevate your hips and support your lower back. That helps your hips come above your knees, and it just is good, to help lengthen the spine as well. From here, we're going to work on our neck. Inhale. Exhale, release your chin toward your chest. Soften your shoulders. Feel the release at the back of your neck. One cycle of breath. Inhale. Exhale. And you can take these neck rotations we're going to work on and hold them for 30 seconds at your own pace, at your own time, your own practice. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, release your head up. Chin raises, your head goes back. Throat open, heart open. Full cycle of breath. Exhale. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, release your head over toward the right shoulder. Now notice, where is your range of motion. If it's not aligned with the shoulder, that's okay. Take one more cycle of breath where you feel the stretch. And exhale. We like to exhale and go a little deeper when it's possible. Use your right hand. On your inhale, place your right hand at your jawline. Exhale without force. Guide your jaw, your head, so that your chin turns toward your shoulder a little more. Try for your head not to lean back. Release your hand. Inhale. Return to center. Exhale over toward the left. Again, notice where your range of motion is. Where do you feel the tightness? Where do you feel a little strain? You don't want to feel pain, but you want to feel a little stretch, right? Full cycle of breath. Exhale. Use your hand at your jawline with your inhale. Exhale, guide your head so your chin looks closer toward your shoulder without leaning your head back. And notice what's happening on the other side. You don't want any pain, any strain. You just want to feel more stretch, more space. Relax your hand. Inhale. Return to center as you exhale. Inhale. And root down through your seat. Exhale, bring your right ear toward your right shoulder without raising your shoulder. One cycle of breath. Again, notice where the stretch is for you. Where's your range of motion? Exhale. On the next two breaths, we're going to guide the hand. Right hand toward the top of the head without forcing. Inhale. Open the shoulder. Open the elbow. Exhale. Just gravity will help guide your head toward the right a little further. Notice what's happening on the left. One more breath. You want to be gentle with the body. You want to listen to how the body speaks to you. Full exhale. Relax your hand, or you can use your hand to help your head forward on your inhale. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Notice again, where is the stretch for you? Where is your edge? Full cycle of breath. That's a full inhale. Exhale to lean into it a little bit more. On your inhale, place your hand on the top of your head, gently. Exhale, release with gravity. Allow the head to move deeper in toward the left, toward your shoulder. Watch that the shoulder's not rising. It's your head, your ear that's leaning. Complete that second cycle of breath. Great. Use your hand to help your head on your inhale. Exhale, relax. You want to move your shoulders a little bit. Feel free to do that. If you want to raise your shoulders toward your ears and relax them down, go ahead and do that 1-2 times, right? Then move your blanket out of the way. Come onto hands and knees. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Find lines. So within Kemetic Yoga, there is geometric progression. So we move gradually through the poses in terms of difficulty, but throughout all poses, there is geometry. So here, even in the preparation poses and techniques, we want to find the geometry as well, all right? So we're just going to do the typical cat and cow. I'm going to press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet just to work the ankles a little more. Inhale, lift up the chin, lift up the heart, allow an arch in the lower back, relax the tailbone, or point it outward. Exhale, chin to chest. Press the earth away, round the upper back. Find space at the shoulder blades. A lot of space. Inhale, reverse the motion. Lift up your chin, your chest. Allow that arch in your lower back. Heart shines forward. Exhale, chin to chest, round. Squeeze your chin toward your chest as you press the earth away to open up your upper back. One more, inhale. Even here, the belly tends to want to sink down. You want to draw your navel in toward your spine and keep integrity. Exhale, chin to your chest, round. Press the earth away. Tuck in your tailbone. Return to neutral on your inhale. Draw your toes toward each other. Open up your knees. Take a natural breath and relax the tops of the feet onto the mat. You can walk your hands back as you go ahead and grab your blanket. Find a fold in your blanket, as much fold as you need, and place your blanket over your ankles. This is just a little supported child's pose. I'm gonna place our hands forward. Inhale, look forward, rock forward. This is also work for the wrists. Exhale, lean back. So as we go deeper into it, you might find you're gonna reach your hands closer toward the top of your mat. Relax your head onto the mat. Inhale, rock forward. And notice hips. Notice what's happening at your hip creases. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, forward. Heart, shine your heart through. Exhale, rock back. I'm going to pause there for a moment just to sit up. If you notice that's not working for you, you can take your blanket and slide it closer toward your knees and maybe close your legs a little bit more so that can support the back of your knees. And we'll do it one more time. Inhale, forward. Exhale, release back. Inhale, return to center. You're going to move the blanket out of the way. Bring your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. Let's open up across the chest and along the thoracic spine, the upper back. Inhale, raise your left arm toward the sky, open your heart. Try to follow your hand with your gaze. Exhale, thread through, thread the needle. Arm slides in under your right arm. Don't touch your head down yet. Inhale, reach up. I'm gonna do so dynamically first. Exhale, slide through. One more, inhale, reach up. This time we're gonna hold it. Exhale, slide through, left arm under the right. Allow the temple on the left to touch the earth. Reach your right arm toward the top of the mat or behind you. You wanna press your left palm into the mat and watch that the right hip is not hiking up. You want to find balance with between both hips, like leveled. Press the forearm into the mat. Inhale, and pardon that I have my back to you right now. Exhale. If your hand is forward or over your back, bring it down toward your face onto the mat. Press your right hand into the mat. Inhale, reach up with the left. Exhale, hand comes down. I'm gonna look toward you this time. We're gonna move over to the right hand side now. Inhale, reach up, follow. See where where your range of motion is. What's going on in your mid back. Exhale, thread through, right under the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale through. So it's a dynamic movement at first, then we're gonna hold it static on this one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread through and hold. So allow the temple of the right side of your head to touch the earth. You can reach your arm forward or behind your back for a half bind. Check your hips and press your forearm. Press the back of your hand into the mat. Helps open up the shoulders a little more. Full cycle of breath. Place your hand close toward your face. Use the earth to guide you up. Inhale, reach the right arm toward the ceiling. Exhale, touch ground. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna make sure that your knees are on the mat. You can use your blanket as a support for your knees. We're going to do what are known as thoracic CARs. CARs are controlled articular rotations. It comes from functional movement and mobility. This is going to help open up the spine in all the different directions that the spine is capable of moving into. So sit on your knees with support under your knees. You can flex your toes and ground them into the mat. Take your arms around your body. Give yourself a sweet hug, right? You can cup your shoulders if it works, or if you have a small ball, you can squeeze a ball. But we didn't mention that, so we're just gonna hug ourselves. We're into self-love, so we're gonna just give ourselves a beautiful hug right here. All right, inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin in toward your chest. We're gonna move gradually and with the breath. Inhale. Lengthen so your torso lifts away from your pelvis. Exhale, lean toward the left. We're going to come into a circle, so bend forward. You want the bending to be from your spine, your upper back. You're leaning forward, moving over toward the right. Take a full cycle of breath, all the way toward the right. Inhale. Lift as you exhale to lean back. And over toward the left. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale down or forward. Over toward the right. All the way toward the right. Take your full cycle of breath to lean back. I like to do so on the exhale. And now we're all the way toward the left again. Return to center, reverse the motion. Inhale. Exhale, release toward the left. So find the openness of the side body. Lean back. Inhale if it works for you. Over toward the right. Feel the stretch on the side. Exhale, feel what's going on in the back. Around the hip area, forward. All the way over toward the left. Let's do that again. Take your breath. I like to exhale back. Inhale right. Exhale forward. Return to center. Inhale up. Beautiful. Relax your arms down. Give it a little shake. Okay. So we can use the same blanket to move it toward the back of the mat. Place the tops of the feet onto the mat, and I'll start with my left side because it's closer toward you. Place your right foot forward as if you're about to do a lunge. And from here, walk your foot closer toward your knee. Lift the left knee. So you're gonna press into the right foot. Use your hands as well to lift your right knee. Walk your hands back and just lean into your ankle as you press into your toes. So it's a little different. I'm gonna come off of the blanket so you can see a little better. You're basically using your foot and your hands to lift your knee, open up the front of your ankle, lean back to go deep in toward toes, as far as works for you. And I'm suggesting that you use the blanket so you're not crushing your bones of your toes, right? All right, so we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, lift, and walk back a little bit. I don't want to cover the foot with my hand. All right, and release it down. All right, I'm going to go on to the other side. Again, you can use the blanket if you want. I just want to make sure you could get a nice vision. So both knees are down. We're going to step forward. The left foot, top of the right foot is grounded onto the mat or onto your blanket. Your left foot is close toward your knee. You're going to lift your knee and lean back or sit toward your heel to find the openness at the front of the ankle and the toes. Relax it down, lift up and back. Breathe as you move. Relax it down, lift up and back. Go into the toes as far as you can and relax it down. I know it's a little different, but it's gonna serve you later. All right, and you can come onto your hands and knees, lift up your feet and wiggle the toes. move the ankles. All right, let's come into a lunge. Step forward the right foot again. You can use the blanket to support your left knee. We're gonna move into dynamic lunges. So lift your heart forward. Take a full inhale. Find your right knee and ankle are in a line. You wanna find that geometry within the postures as well. Exhale, lean your hips back as you straighten the right leg. Flex your toes toward your shin. This is great for your calves, great for your hamstrings. And here we're gonna activate the quads on the left side. Inhale forward. And we're gonna open up the hip flexor when we lean forward. Exhale, relax back, fold. Draw your navel in toward your spine. Imagine you're pulling your foot toward your body. Inhale, one more, forward. Open up on the left. Exhale, lean back. Draw your toes toward your shin. Inhale, come forward and hold here. Place your hands on your knee, help yourself up as you release your chest away from your thigh. Place your arms in front of you and allow the palms to touch. Ground, so your quad is gonna lift and activate away from your knee. Inhale, open up. Your left arm opens toward the left. Open, twist. Find your navel toward your spine. Exhale, release your left hand toward your calf and reach your right arm toward the ceiling. You're gonna feel this in your back, your side body, in your quad, and your hip flexor. Inhale, open, twist. So come back into that T shape. Exhale, palms touch in front as you twist toward your right knee. Do that again. Inhale, open, left arm opens toward the left. Exhale, left hand toward the calf, right arm up. Inhale, return into this open twist. Exhale, palms touch. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, reach or side bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, palms touch. Relax your hands down. Switch it out. Right knee touches the mat. Left knee comes forward. Dynamic lunge. So look forward as you inhale. Exhale, lean back, straighten the left leg, toes point toward your shin. Fold gently. Don't want to relax onto the right knee or heel. Want to fold gently. Inhale, rock forward. And you can actually use blocks. I didn't mention them, but you can use blocks here to support your rocking back and forth and your dynamic lunge. Exhale, lean back, walk your hands back. Draw your toes toward your shin. A little fold over your thigh. One more, rock forward, bend into the left knee, open up on the right hip flexor. Exhale, relax. Open, stretch, great for the calves, hamstrings, fold. Inhale, back into that lunge position. Root down through your right side. So you want to, again, you can pad your knee if you need to. Watch that the ankle and the knee is in the line. Peel away from your thigh, so you're using your hands to peel away from your thigh. Then reach your arms in front of you with palms touching. Inhale, open. Open toward the right. Exhale, hand toward the calf. Reach your left arm up, side bend. Inhale, open, twist. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Try to follow your arm with your eyes. Exhale, bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Last one. Exhale, bend. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Relax your hands down. Allow the left foot to meet, or left knee to meet the right knee. Move your blanket out of the way. Curl your toes. Inhale, lift up your knees. Lift up your hips as you exhale. You're gonna walk out. This is the first time we are in Mur, which is the pyramid pose within Kemetic Yoga Skills Method. Mur, means pyramid in the Medu Neter, the ancient language of Kemet, ancient Egypt. You want to press into your hands. If your heels are not touching the mat, you can bend your knees to get an open stretch in your back. Open up your armpits. All right, so once you find stillness, inhale onto your toes, high onto your toes. The toes need some love too. Exhale, knees come down gently. Rock forward on your inhale, lift your feet, plant the tops of the feet onto the mat. Walk your right hand in front of your right knee, left hand in front of your left knee. Relax your hips toward your heels. We're preparing for Heru M'Aket. Ground your forearms onto the mat. Draw your navel in toward your spine and look forward. All right, so again, within the Kemetic Yoga practice, we want to really be in tune with the physical benefits, but more so the energetic and the spiritual benefits. So we're reminded of our strength. We're reminded of how resilient we are. We're reminded of how we've been here, you know, and we learn from the past. We learn from the ancients. We learn from our ancestors. And then we incorporate those lessons. We incorporate the wisdom of our ancestors. And, you know, our ancestors have left instructions for us. As you see here, we are in the Kemetic Heru M'Aket posture, which is commonly known as the Sphinx, that you can go and visit Kemet right now and take a look at the lion and the human body. Reach your arms forward on your inhale. We're going to slither through like a snake, like wide jet. Forehead releases down. Exhale, bend your elbows, slither, slide through. Extend your legs, lengthen. Press your hands into the mat. Take a full inhale. Now you can go as far as you would like within this back bend. We did a lot of work opening the spine. Exhale fully. So you can either stay low with your elbows bent, or you can rise up a little taller. Try for your feet to be close as opposed to opening the ankles away from each other or the heels away from each other. So draw them in toward each other. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, and your navel draws in toward your spine as you take another cycle of breath. Watch your shoulders. Do not shrug toward your ears. You want to lift away from the earth. It's this connection with our spiritual body and our physical body as one. Curl your toes. Inhale. Exhale, lift your thighs away from the mat. Draw your navel toward your spine. Inhale, lift up to Mer. Once again, adjust your feet as needed. Full cycle of breath as you exhale. Press into the mat. Look toward your knees or look toward your thighs. Relax the back of your neck and leave space between your shoulder blades. So you don't want to scrunch your shoulder blades or your shoulders toward each other. Inhale onto your toes. Exhale down onto your knees. Now we're going to go into we're going to go into the pose of immortality now. So walk your hands a little closer toward the mat. Relax the tops of the feet onto the mat. I'm going to help you guide into it. So press onto the mat to lift your knees. Press the tops of the feet into the mat for a moment. Take a full breath. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Extend the left leg behind you. Knee toward your chest. And then ground your left foot right next to the right knee. Relax your hips toward your heel. All right, so we opened up the ankle a whole lot by now. We did some work with the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves, some support for the knees. If this is still too much for you, you can go ahead and take your blanket, roll it up, and place it right under you. And find the space that is most comfortable for you. This basically opens up the space at your knee and supports in case, you know, it lifts the floor, you can say, in case this is like too much flexion for you. And if even still at this point, if this does not work for you, what you can do as the modified version is move the blanket all together and come into that lunge position. So we'll do the lunge variation in a moment. So I'm gonna first guide you through the actual pose of immortality, and I'll offer how to modify, right? So from here, we can inhale our hands to heart center, whether we are in the lunge posture or in this full expression. Exhale, twist toward the right. Again, we open up the spine, so we shouldn't see this at this point, or we're leaning toward not leaning in this way. You want to find length in the spine from the root all through the crown of the head. Lock the left elbow in against your right knee and find resistance against both. Inhale. Open up your palms. Allow the middle finger to touch as your elbows open wide, fingers close toward each other. Exhale, open up your wings, open up your arms with a slight bend in the elbows, and the connection with your knee and elbow is still intact. Soften your wrists, soften your face. Inhale, draw your fingers in toward your palm in Kemetic palms. Soften the thumb over the rest of your fingers. You might feel some heat rising up through your spine at this point. Inhale. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Now we worked on the neck, so this should be a little more accessible for you. Inhale, chin over heart center, and if not, know that everything is a practice. Exhale, look over toward your right shoulder, over your right shoulder. Inhale, rotate your whole body forward, allow the wrists to touch in front of you. Palms open, exhale, palms to heart center. I'm going to take a pause there to show you the modified version. Within the lunge, we're here. We are inhaled, palms at heart center. Exhale, rotate toward the right. Inhale, open palms, middle finger touches, fingers together. Exhale, bend at the elbow as our arms open. Inhale, fingers in toward your palm, thumb rest over your rest of your fingers. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, look forward over your left shoulder. Soften your wrist, soften your face. Draw your navel toward your spine. Inhale, chin over heart. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, rotate all the way forward. Wrists touch, palms touch. Exhale, heart center. Relax your palms down, relax your knee, and switch to the other side. And I'm just gonna switch to my other side just for you. All right, so doing this modified version in lunge position and allows you to access the energetic benefit of going into the pose of immortality. You don't lose anything by doing the modified version, okay? You wanna access the posture accurately, or so that the energy can flow through your body. If you are in the pose of immortality and you're looking like this, like it's not gonna work because the spine is compromised. When we honor the structure of our body, we allow the energy to flow freely, okay? So if we have to modify, that's okay, all right? So we're gonna come on to the other side. Hands and knees are down. Draw your right leg back, bend it in, and ground your toes right next to your left foot. Relax your hips toward your heels and use the blanket as needed. Inhale your palms to heart center. And again, remember, you can always use the modified version in lunge. Full inhale. Exhale, rotate toward the left. So find your twist first and then lock your elbow against your knee and bring your knee in toward your elbow. All right, you want to find this resistance against each, your legs drawn toward each other, and try to see if your thumb is at your heart center. Inhale, palms open, middle finger touch, fingers together. Exhale, open up your arms with a slight bend at the elbow, soft wrists. Inhale, draw your fingers in toward each other. And as you do that, notice what's happening with your navel, what's going on with your spine, your abs. Draw everything in so there's strength and stability supporting your spine. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, chin over heart center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Let's rotate all the way forward. Inhale, draw the left wrist or arm toward the right. Palms open. Exhale, palms to heart center. And what I like to add is a little pyramid as we extend our palms. So I like to inhale, find a pyramid palms like so. As you reach your arms outward, always being reminded of how divinely created you are in all of your beautiful, perfect imperfections. Inhale, give thanks and praises for life and the fullness thereof. Exhale, palms touch the mat. Relax the knees down toward the mat and flex, move, circle the toes, the ankles. Move your feet out of the way to go on and have a seat and extend the legs in front of you. Shake out the legs as needed. Now I mentioned you needed a strap and we didn't even use it. Basically, I apologize for that. If you are to use the strap, you could use it when we were on our back in the beginning of the session, flexing and pointing our toes up toward the sky and down toward the earth. All right, so let's take a pause a moment. Place your hands behind you. Adjust the flesh from your glutes. Fingers can point away from your body. And just take a rest right there. Relax your ankles. Inhale, point the toes down. Exhale, open up your feet like a book. Inhale. So you actually could guide your breath however way works for you. Basically, you're gonna point down, open out. Make a circle. Point down, open out, make a circle. And I could turn toward you, see if it's helpful to you. Point down, open up, make a circle. Point down, open up, make a circle to join. Now from here, let's open out, point down, bring them in. And do that a few more times. Basically want to maintain this ankle mobility. Give thanks for our feet. Give thanks for our skeletal structure. Give thanks for the weight that our ankles bear. From here, we're gonna move from side to side like windshield wipers. Okay. All right, and then you could just wiggle it just a little bit or return to the mat. Relax your feet. Now point your toes toward your shins. Inhale your arms shoulder height and reach forward. Look at your toes, draw your navel in toward your spine and relax all the way down. Relax your arms. So we return to the mat as we started in Sahu. You can find pyramid palms with the thumbs, so palm can be on top of each other with the left on top. Find a pyramid shape by the thumbs touching and place that like at your center. It could be right below your heart center or right below your sternum so that the triceps are resting on the mat. You can separate your feet away from each other and relax your feet away from each other. If this is too much for your lower back, you can always bend your knees with your feet wider than your hips and relax your relax your knees against each other in what's known as constructive rest. Now, constructive rest is not a part of Kemetic Yoga specifically, but I find that there is some folks that have challenges in the lower back and it's too painful to lay down flat in Sahu. So this is an alternative to help you in support of this posture, or you can use that very same blanket that you've been using throughout class today and maybe not have such a big fold, but you can lift up your hips to slide the blanket under you and then maybe find Sahu with your palms resting upon you, feet opened up away from each other. Connecting with the breath as you slowly come into gratitude for this practice, gratitude for this body, gratitude for long life, longevity, health and strength, prosperity, abundance. We give thanks for all great things. You can stay within this posture for as long as serves you. I would say give it about 5 to 7 minutes just to seal your practice. And then when you come out of Sahu, do so gently. You can do so by you can do so in the way that we rolled out of Sahu earlier. I'm going to first slide this blanket from under me. Scoot the hips toward the right, roll over toward the left, rest your head a moment, use your hand to press on up into a seat. So I give thanks and praises for this opportunity to share with you what I've learned in my journey of mastering this body temple. Willfully, what I shared with you served you. If you stayed for the whole session, please drop a comment below. Let me know how it benefited you, how it felt in your body. And do make a practice. Anything that we do with practice, we are able to incorporate it into our lifestyle. And the best thing to do within Kemetic Yoga, fundamentally Kemetic Yoga is about your life. Like, how do you live your life in balance and with all creation, right? How do we master our body so that we can be in tune and in alignment with our divine nature on this earth? So willfully, what I shared with you serves you, feels good in your body. Willfully, it helped you attain the pose of immortality in a more comfortable way. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any requests, feel free to, let me know, share, do all those good things that help me get this message and this practice out to as many people as possible. So with much love, much peace, much balance, I greet you with Hotep, meaning peace. May you be strengthened in your journey and enlightened in all great things. Ashe. And so it is.